Shadow the Hedgehog, Mephiles the Dark. Both of these two have something in common. First off, we notice that they look exactly alike. Mephiles could pass for a clone of Shadow. The similar black body, face, quills, shoes, and all. Although he has dark green colored quills instead of red with light green eyes. Despite him lacking a mouth, Mephiles is an exact copy of Shadow, and that's a fact. But what made Mephiles this way? He was created during the Solaris project, when the experiments on Solaris split him into Mephiles and Iblis. After his birth, Mephiles was sealed inside the scepter of darkness by Shadow the Hedgehog, who traveled back in time using chaos control, but was freed 10 years later during a skirmish between Shadow Rouge and Dr. Eggman. Mephiles absorbed Shadow's shadow and transformed into a copy of Shadow. In doing so, he absorbed Shadow's powers as well. He was resurrected by Shadow, the person who sealed him away, before sarcastically thanking Shadow for releasing him. Realizing that Shadow did not know who Mephiles was, Mephiles transported Shadow and Rouge into the future. Mephiles also has 3 forms. His original form was an amorphish. His original form was a mass of darkness, which emitted an aura and behaved similarly to liquid. In his second form, Mephiles appeared almost identical to Shadow the Hedgehog, aside from having green eyes with slit pupils, a pale skinned muzzle with no mouth, and the fact that everything that is red on Shadow is the grayish green on Mephiles. Just like Shadow, he has rings on his wrists and ankles. His third and most iconic form was a crystalline anthropomorphic hedgehog appearance with no mouth, nose, or even feet. Instead, his legs ended in a purplish mist. His eyes also changed color in the form, gaining reddish pink eyes and lime green irises, while his quills were bushier and ended in white tips. Lastly, his hands, gloves, and all became crystalline like his arms, with the fingers now ended in white tipped claws. Mephiles comes off as a dark character, with his design fitting the dark theme. Just by hearing more details about him, it's also pretty clear that he has a connection to Shadow. His appearance goes through a creepy change. Mephiles starts off as a mass of darkness, basically not a being, just substance. The second look is like Shadow's without a mouth, looks completely dark in color, lacking any bright colors, and has light green eyes with a slightly sinister look. The third form is a monstrous. Mephiles looks like a completely different creature, and this form still retaining some of the features of Shadow's, but altered enough with a creepier, nightmarish appearance. From the eyes, like a nose, mouth, and face, it gives off a creepy vibe, but altered enough with a creepier, nightmarish appearance. From the eyes, like a nose and mouth, it gives off an uneasy vibe. Mephiles' personality also plays a part to his darkness, giving off a completely evil vibe as well. It states that Mephiles only seems to crave destruction. He is portrayed as a cold, manipulative, cruel, sadistic, and ruthless villain with no sense of compassion. He would do anything to accomplish his goals, even if it means taking innocent lives. Mephiles happens to take great pleasure and delight in hurting others, and has been shown to have a very warped and twisted sense of humor, making him a very sadistic and psychotic individual. With that being said, Mephiles is a monster, a much bigger threat to others, and the difference that sets him and Shadow apart, making them different from each other character. Although Mephiles may look just like Shadow, he's made evil and much more sinister that only desires to destroy without a conscience. Mephiles is a major threat that shouldn't be taken lightly, with his appearance playing a part into his character by displaying a creepy shadow clone to an evolved monstrous form. He is a horrifying, nightmarish creature in the Sonic universe. And that's all for now. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video.